Tell you what, actually, I have, on the last video of the boss designs of Dark Souls, there's a comment underneath there where someone said, how many views on this video in order to get you to do a cover of All-Star? And I said 10,000 views. But tell you all what, if that video gets to 6,000 views, it's at like 4,500. If it gets to 6,000 views, before I finish editing this episode, I will do a cover of All-Star, and I will use it as the music for when the ogres burst through the walls. How about that? Hello, servants and sycophants. My name is TV's Guide, and welcome back to the boss designs of Dark Souls 2. So, last time we finally met, well, in a manner of speaking, we met King Vendrick after defeating his loyal Aegis, Velstad, as I'm going to insist on continuing to pronounce it. And, well, I'm sure Future Skyne had many interesting thoughts about that. Fortunately, I don't have to care about those, because I am just the meathead who swings the swords around, which means it's time for me to go and see if anything has changed now that I've met Vendrick.
You find a great creature far to the east. A colossal thing with the strength to match its size.
A giant?
Or something playing the part at least. Open the door and venture inside, and you'll soon smell even lovelier. Right.
So Shalquar, as usual, has another cryptic little hint for us. Oh, there's one thing I want to do, though. There's one thing I want. Hello. Give me whatever the hell that is. That miniature ladder. I swear to God, there'll be a point in the game. There will be a point in the game where there'll be like a hole in the ground or a place where you can use that thing to do a thing with. So, well, the obvious thing to do now that we've met the king is to return to the castle and speak to the queen, who I'm sure will have something fascinating to say about all that. Plus, there's a door underneath the castle that we should be able to open with the king's ring. Hey, it's opening. Automatically, wow. Must be some kind of RFID Bluetooth thing. The king's Bluetooth ring. It's like an Apple Watch. Well, don't know where that leads, but we'll go there after we talk to the queen. Despair ahead and then be wary of enemy. What do you mean, enemy? Are they just lying? I feel like something has to happen in that throne room at some point. Like, there has to be something in there. So what we know now is that these are actually, well, theoretically at least, living soldiers that petrified themselves, basically, by just standing around for so long. Even the acid traps aren't firing. Having the king's ring is pretty sweet. Ah! I can't, no. King's ring changes nothing about that. Fine. Oh, lady! Queenie lady! Hi, I met your husband. He says hi.
Drang Lake is no longer.
What?
Brave undead, seek the throne. Follow the symbol of the monarch. And do what must be done. Brave and follow. Brave.
I mean, sure. Why not? It's not like I've got anything better to do. Well, the queen is being cryptic. So I'm gonna go, okay. This is way far back in the game, but I remember there was a king's door here somewhere. Plus oh, wait a minute. Near the last giant. I remember there was another door near the... Is that this way? Where's the last giant? Yeah, because this is the pursuer. So that's not right. What are you doing here? Oh, wait. No, I found it. I got it, I think. Is it here? Oh, no, this is another thing. That's not it. Down the elevator. Oh, right. The elevator. Dull. Thanks, chat. Hey, iron key. Sweet. Everything's on fire down here. Ah! So this is where the salamanders are. Oh, f oh, sh oh, sh oh, f oh, oh. Blasting damn. Oh, he has a lot of health, too. Can I snipe them? Because, god damn it, okay. Ah! Okay, I'll snipe that one. The other one will punch in the face like we're supposed to. Screw you! Ow! I have destroyed former gods and kings and knight templars and god knows what else, but... one long tongue boy, and all of a sudden I am getting my ass kicked. Oh, piss off! That great blooming lizard. Shield of the Rebel Rhyme. Rhyme and Velstadt, okay, hello. Were known as the left and right arms of the king until their wills clashed, and Rhyme was deemed a traitor. The Black Raven is despised as an augur of death, but it was Rhyme's favorite bird. Interesting. Well, bonus lore for Velstadt. Past the altar deep within the Iron Keep, really? And through a door is the tower that the Iron King used to produce iron. The unearthly weight of this chunk of iron is a reminder of the Iron King's own Is this DLC stuff? Looks like it. Is that all that's in here? Alright, let's go do the Vendrick door. Open sesame. No, anytime. I'm not in any hurry. Hey, bonfire. Nice. I was half expecting another explosion interruption. The place unbeknownst. Ah, the place unbeknownst. Hello, Tree of Giants. Okay, so that's the same noise I heard around Vendrick's corpse. So clearly I need, like, an item or something to make this thing work or do what it's supposed to do. Well, I have a bonfire near here now, so it should be easy. So there's one in the castle. We've already opened that one. I'm sure it's closed again. I think there's one in the Shaded Ruins. Or is it in the Shaded Woods? Isn't there one there? I feel like there is. Like there's one here, right? Surely. Yes, it's up here, it's up here, it's up here. I found it, I'm sure. Yes! Jesus Christ. That's where it was, the whole goddamn time. You open up. Aldia's Keep. Well, I've seen the name Aldia before. Specifically, I've seen it in the comments of my videos, which is a little... I hope that didn't spoil me on anything important. Okay, lots of little doggies. Particularly aggressive? No. Oh, wait, yes. Alluring skull. Probably quite useful against... Ah, bonfire. Look at Teal. Hi.
Who are you?
Oh, no.
Oh. No. Forgive me. I know you. Yes, of course. How goes your journey? I know not what you seek in this faraway land, but I pray for your safety. My name is Teal. I beg of you remember my name.
I will.
For I may not myself.
And she's gone. Well. I hope I don't run into her as a hollow. But now, well, here we are in the keep. So I suppose it's time to... explore it. Old and overgrown, but in good condition. Aslatiel of Mira. Aslatiel? Wait, that hat looks familiar. Hi. Oh, is this her brother? She talked about her brother, like someone who was a peerless swordsman. Well, he's about to have a peer, but, yeah, because that's exactly the same outfit. So that's not Lucatiel, but that was her brother. I guess she was following in his footsteps. Why is that thing doing that? Okay, so that thing's gonna come bursting out when I try and open the door. Or there's one right on the other side. That's a dead dragon. They're gonna burst out at some point. I know they are. If that thing wakes up and takes a swipe at me, like that dragon in the Valley of Dragons, I'm gonna be so pissed. Don't you dare. Don't you dare light the torch, I guess? Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Don't you dare. Okay, so... it sounds like, it sounds a lot like don't do it. Wait, who's that?
Well, you're nicely hollowed, aren't you? Are you tormented by memories? Burdened by guilt? Now the question, are you ready for more? If you are, then we ought to talk. This contains my power. Long ago, this naive vessel of mine set about devising new spells. The fool dreamt of bringing new forms of magic into the world, but instead, he created me. Mostly by chance, but he did a fine job, I must say. What he sought was strength, and so I decided to demonstrate. While my vessel slept, I'd find my mark and hunt him down. But my vessel did not approve. And so while I slept, he sealed the both of us away. No, I don't have anything against humans. But how is it that you go about defining good and evil? I'm only using what the gods gave me. How can that be so wrong? So what say you to a spot of murder on my behalf? If you don't, I'll leave this place and take more lives. Many more. I couldn't give a fig either way, so... what's your choice?
Who is this? Who does he want me to kill? Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Yes, I see how very kind of you. I want you to kill a merchant named Gilligan.
Oh, I see.
A greedy, foul man. He won't be missed, I assure you. Yes. Bring me as proof.
Yeah. No. Yep.
Is the only person who'd have such an odd knick-knack. Fine work. This is my thanks. Take it.
A dispelling ring. Nice.
Now let's discuss our next mark. I want you to kill one more. Your target will be Kale, the man who's drafting that map.
Kale? Why?
While I was trapped in here, he touched me, that maniac, like I was some rare specimen. He wore a strange helm. Bring it back as proof. Yes, perhaps this will slake my thirst.
A helm, huh? I wonder if I can talk Kale out of his helm. That's a petrified ogre. Hey, mirrors. Oh, hi, hello. Okay then, well. Best be careful here, I guess. Hi. Let's deal with you guys one at a time, shall we? Hello. A fellow aficionado of large swords, I see. Yours may be a little bit larger, but mine's better. It's not all about size, my man. Learn to appreciate the finer things in life. Okay, call 911. I have to imagine that's a player. Well, come find me then. Please don't be a sorcerer. I hate sorcerers. Oh, that's lunatic. Hi. Wait, can I? Oh, there's the invader. Hello. He's on the other side of the... Howdy. How you doing? Oh, wait, no, he can get down here. Hey, nice one. Of course, at some point, it was gonna have to be, like, a... ogre or something. Wait, he doesn't want to fight? Oh, no, he wants to. Okay. He just couldn't get to me, because he can't get through. I love exploiting AI. Perfectly fine by me. Dragon Acolyte Mask. Several of the greatest minds converged in Aldia to weave strange new rituals, but rumors suggest that during the course of their work, their thoughts were not their own. The nebulous face of the mask is designed to deflect the ire of ritual sacrifice. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Lord, no. Are you sentient? Can I talk to you? No. Okay, well, then I'm just leaving you alone, I think. Try torch and then be... Okay, so if I light that, a dark spirit is gonna invade. So this seems like partly a museum. Partly a prison, partly a scientific experiment. So if I pulled the lever, would have had to let that guy out? Not a lever. Can't actually activate it, okay. Please don't spew fire on me. So I guess I pull the chain, and then I die from something terrible. Oh, it's an airlock. Effectively. Yeah, it's a... Well, it's not a museum, it's a menagerie. Oh, boy! Oh, hello! Oh, please don't. Please. Please don't break out. Please don't come down here. Why is it so big? Whoa! I guess if I'd moved forward, he would have come bursting out of the wall. On his own. Okay, so the paintings can hide enemies. What the hell is that? Whatever it is, I don't want it to get loose. Guess I was right. At some point, these creatures are all gonna get loose. I swear to God. This is scary as hell. No? Okay. Somebody once told me... Oh god, 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 oh god! He can't get to me here, right? Oh, f you! Oh, okay. I see what I've done. I did that to myself. From Soft, you bastards. Ugh. Well, f this place. Okay, so the cages can be broken. We have learned that. The wagons can be broken. We have learned that. The walls, occasionally, also. And here, I guess, we see the purpose of this place. This is an abattoir. Yeah, it's a laboratory. So this is the Duke's archives of this game, basically. It's experimentation on living things. And I have to imagine it's in service of some perverse goal of immortality of some kind. Really? Through the door. Of all things, through the door. So, that to me looks convincingly like a boss arena. Oh, no, yeah, no, this is, yeah, that's 110 billion% a boss arena. And I'm rather low on Estus. And I guess I don't have the necessary key to open these doors. Well, except this one. Okay, I'd like there to be a bonfire a little bit closer to the boss, please. Bonfire ahead. Okay, thank God. Okay. That's the kennel. That's another torch that I'm being dared to... What do you mean bonfire ahead, then? No bonfire ahead. Eh. Really? Not a secret wall? No, nothing? Is there a bonfire behind one of the other doors? Anywhere? Somewhere? Please? What the hell? Well, this is inconvenient. Hello, wooden. That's a player. Hello, and thank you again, Lunatic, for coming to my aid. It's very kind of you. Hey, got him. Thanks. The message said bonfire, though. Oh, hey, there's a thing. A lockstone, yay! Am I missing something? Aha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, thank God. Well, I've respawned the ogres now, I'm sure. Okay, do I have some souls to spend in my inventory? Did I pick some up? Yes, I did. I mean, the other option, of course, is to stop using the longbow and start upgrading the Dragon Rider bow instead, because that gets way better bonuses from strength. Well, let's see how much we can pump it up to. Not much. I don't have that many petrified dragon bones. My longbow is a +9. We can work on the bow. We can work on the Dragon Rider bow. Let's go talk to poor Kale, who has been targeted for assassination by whoever the hell that dude in the castle is. Hey, Kale, why does that guy want you dead? Right, but can I have your helmet, though? Okay, so it doesn't look like I can talk Kale out of his helmet. And I'd rather not kill him for it, to be honest. Like, I said yes to that guy's thing just so that he wouldn't wander off and start killing more people, but, if I can't cheat him out of it, then we're not gonna do cold-blooded murder on some random dude's behest. Okay, Mr. Boss Man. Aldia, there. Okay. So, how many of those ogres am I gonna have to deal with now? I mean, the walls can't have come back up, surely. No, but the cages are still broken! Ah! Hang on, redo, start over, do over. No? Okay. Oh, I see. Hey, found your new playmate. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fit to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with smacking you in the face with a sword? Hey, lunatic. Let's just have you not break the... Okay, no, I guess you're gonna break the wagon. Oh. My controller just died! No! Fuck! No! I have a cable! I have a cable! I have a cable, just... I won't get beaten by ogres and invaders, but... forgetting to charge my controller. No, actually, it's not because I forgot to charge it. I remembered to charge it, but we've been going for 3.5 hours. And this battery pack isn't really that, doesn't have that many milliamp hours in it. Okay, now I have a limited space to fight this guy. Oh, f you! Is that just a one-hit kill? I did not consent to vor. Not that time. Okay, we were supposed to fight a boss, right? When grabbed, alternate mashing L2 and R2. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. I just been hitting the control stick. Okay, what are we dealing with here? A dragon? Oh, that's why lightning. Is that the same character model we fought in Hydas Tower? Cool. Substantially less cool is that I'm gonna get fried if he manages to get a range. No, no, no. And there goes my lightning enchantment, right. I feel like that's the same character model as the one at Hydas Tower. Albeit it has a few extra attacks. Like it can go to the walls and stuff. Ah, how am I supposed to dodge? Well, by getting close, obviously. Can I cut his tail? Okay, he's not that much of a threat. Outside of that... And even then, like, Ow! Okay, that's a multi-hit. I have the health to take it, but not so much the... Oh, f*** you! How did that do that much damage? Okay, it's not quite the same. It has... I think its face is different than the one at Hydas Tower, but it's remarkably similar. And it's certainly not a true dragon. It's more like a Wyvern. Anyway, hello. Oh, you can do that. Yeah, it has some different attacks. It's not quite the same. But I stand by what I said. Like, it's not really that much of a threat. You just have to not be stupid like I am. Well, that helps a little. Oh, we're straight to the fire attack, huh? How the f do I dodge that? Like, it's got 1,000,000 miles of range. Yes, this is what I want. This. Try and kick me. Try and kick me. Go on. There we go. Like I said, not so tough. Soul of a dragon that guards the path to the shrine. Do the dragons watch over the land of their own will, or are they in the grip of one of Aldia's spells? That's a very good question. An elevator. Okay, so that would be the lever to call the elevator if it isn't here. We still have more exploration to do back at Aldia's fortress, but I just want to see where this leads. Up into the skies. So it's going to be like a bridge level? Bridges and towers? Because I remember this from the intro cinematic, like that landscape seemed very similar to the one I saw in the intro cinematic to the game, like where Drang Lake is introduced. So I guess we'll be in like a tower. Ooh. Yes, I knew it. And it's full of them. Dragons just like the one I fought. I mean, one of them is going to swoop down and try and kill me, isn't it? Left required ahead and then hurrah for bonfire. Okay, there's a bonfire up here. That's what I was hoping for. Oh, hello. Hey, Herald. I guess if you're here, it's safe.
Bearer of the curse. Long have I awaited one such as you. One who might shatter the shackles of fate. One who can set me free. Bearer of the curse. It was my own manifestation that led you here. The ancient dragon has watched over the world for eons past. Take this.
Aged feather.
Do not resist. The dragon welcomes you.
Well, he better, because I'm not fighting all of those. This is from the intro. We saw this place in the intro cinematic. We'll go grab that bonfire first. Nee. Whew. Right then. Bearer of the curse. So she has... We'll have to talk about the Emerald Herald soon, won't we? Oh, there it is. Aged feather. Return to last bonfire rested. Oh, nice! An aged bird feather. Return to last bonfire rested at. Can be used repeatedly. Ahaha! Oh. Oh, I see. I see. The child of the dragon, sequestered away from the world, imagined a world of boundless possibilities from the mere sight of a feather. The child of the dragon, huh? Well, the last thing to do is to go to Strayed and maybe to Ornifex to see if they can do anything with the dragon's soul. Ooh. Oh, it's an ultra greatsword. Oh, Dark Souls, you know what I like. A sword decorated with drake wings. Use strong attack to unleash its latent power. The blade of this sword is split into two and is best swung in slashing motions rather than smashing motions. Drakes are likely descendants of ancient dragons, and although their strength pales in comparison to what is described in legend... Oh, drakes. Yeah, I see. Compared to mere humans, they're still mighty beasts. I mean, I'm getting that. Oh, Spitfire Spear. A spear said to have been forged in Aldia contains the power of a great flame, which is unleashed in a strong attack. The mysterious Lord Aldia secluded himself inside a manor to conduct various experiments. Those invited to the manor disappeared, replaced over time with malformed beasts that roamed its halls. Well, it's not telling me anything I didn't know already, but it's certainly confirming what I already knew. I didn't even check if I could use that Drake sword. Oh, I can. It's quite light, too. I should be able to dual wield. Yes! Oh, if I wanted to. For the moment, though, I'd rather just see its move set. It's this, and then I imagine it has like a fire attack when you... Oh, no, that's not fire at all. I mean, it might be fun, but... Frankly, my trusty bastard sword is better. So, that was the Guardian Dragon. I'm not sure if it's going to be an episode all on its own, but fortunately, that is not for me to figure out. That's for Future Skyen to figure out with his big thinky brain, and I am just gonna go run around and look for more big greatswords that I can hit things with. So, over to you, Future Skyen. Well, gee, just rub it in, Past Skyne, why don't you? Anyway, yeah, the Guardian Dragon makes for a somewhat awkward subject for an analysis segment because it's just a dragon. Or perhaps a wyvern, really. Or a drake? Now, taxonomy is always a construct. Human beings invent categories, and then we try to fit the natural world into them as best we can. But in fantasy, it's even more of a crapshoot exactly which fantasy author would consider a true dragon, what is a drake, what is a wyvern, what is a wyrm spelt with a Y, and what constitutes a serpent. Even within the item descriptions of Dark Souls 2, there seems to be some confusion about what the Guardian Dragon is exactly. Its soul says it's a dragon, but the sword that you make from the soul says that it's a drake, and specifically calls out drakes as a whole for being less powerful, not quite true dragons. Now, using the forbidden jutsu of knowing what's gonna happen next before Past Skyne does, I can also tell you that we are in fact going to run into what the game would probably consider a true dragon in the very next episode of the series. And the physical distinction between a true dragon and a drake falls very squarely along some pretty well-trodden lines when it comes to the entirely fictional taxonomies of these great flying lizards. Specifically, the ancient dragon has 4 legs arranged on his body in a manner that I would describe as being more tiger or dog-like than specifically lizard-like, but it's a fictional creature, so who cares? It also has a much more solid, well-built body and a somewhat shorter neck and much more impressively sized head. The lesser drake, by contrast, is much more bird-like in its construction, with 2 legs, a pair of wings, a long, slender tail, and a snake-like neck leading into a very sleek, sharp-looking head. The true dragon is built like a brick house, while the lesser wyverns and drakes look comparatively much more fragile, but also much more agile. Now, dragons, perhaps more than any other creature, are associated with fantasy. They are the fantasy monster, playing almost every possible role in the narrative, from benevolent protector to ultimate villain of the whole piece. And because Dark Souls is very much a fantasy game, dragons is important to this series as well. In Dark Souls 1, the dragons were the primordial race, the people who came before the current world order of Lord Gwyn. And in Dark Souls 2, they're closely connected with and serve at least partially as the foundation of the power of King Vendrick, which comes across pretty clearly, first of all, in the intro cinematic that literally introduces Drang Lake as a land of flying dragons, but also in the fact that King Vendrick has a loyal order of Dragon Rider Knights who have been rather frustratingly reoccurring enemies for me over the course of my playthrough so far. So in Dark Souls 2, as indeed in most fantasy media, dragons embody power, both by being themselves very powerful, but also by being symbols of power for others to appropriate onto themselves, or sources of power to be harnessed, which is something that's gonna come into play a little bit later in the game when we tackle some of the DLC. For now, though, the trouble that I have with the Guardian Dragon is that reading its soul, it becomes clear that the Guardian Dragon itself is not really an especially interesting character, but rather a piece in the puzzle of the characterization of someone else, specifically Aldia, whose mansion, of course, we've been trekking through in order to get to this far, whose terrible experiments we've been observing, whose goddamned ogres we've been running into. Aldia, who keeps rooms full of dissected giants whose guts are still dripping into acid pits populated by slavering dogs. Aldia, who keeps creatures trapped in cages for his own amusement and interest, who keeps the corpse of a dragon in the lobby of his house. Aldia, who invites people into the sanctuary of his manor only to disappear them and replace them with malformed beasts. And as the soul of the Guardian Dragon asks, do the dragons watch over the land of their own will, or are they in the grip of one of Aldia's spells? Dragons embody power, and Aldia is first of all already powerful enough that he could plausibly control them with magic, and as we can tell from his particular taste in interior decoration, is also eager to use the dragons as a source of more power for himself. And so, when it comes to the reading of this game that I am operating under, that the bosses and challenges that we go through are thematic representations of the kinds of challenges and difficulties you go through developing yourself as a person through multiple identities over the course of a life from cradle to grave, well, the Guardian Dragon itself makes a poor fit for that particular reading. It is, from our perspective, little more than a glorified guard dog, of which there are hundreds more waiting in the area just beyond. It doesn't have much of a character or a personality or an interior life, at least not that we get access to. It has, in other words, very few characteristics that can meaningfully be related back to ourselves. So the Guardian Dragon is a bit of a wash in that regard, but Aldia, now there's a character that might provide some interesting insight into the nature of a human soul. Now, as I've already spoiled, I suppose, we are going to run into more dragons over the course of this run, and perhaps after a few more encounters, I can put together and construct a reading of the dragons that relates more strongly back to my central reading of the game. But for the Guardian Dragon itself, it seems to be little more than a prop to propagandize the power and strength of identity of another. And I do wonder what kinds of encounters we're going to have with Aldia as this game goes on. Hey, thank you very much for watching another episode of the Boss Designs of Dark Souls 2, and if you, for some reason, feel a particular need to listen to another cover of All-Star by Smash Mouth, well, you can head on over to my second channel right now, where it will have gone up at the same time that this video premiered. Man, I cannot believe the kinds of things that I get to spend my time on, and then I get to tell people that it was technically for work. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this particular video, then I would appreciate a like on the video, because the like makes the number in the algorithm go up, and when the number in the algorithm goes up, that means my videos get shown to people, and when the number in the algorithm goes down, then that means my videos don't get shown to people, which is bad, because, well, I kind of depend on this stuff for rent, you know. You can also subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the other YouTube things, and that stuff also counts in the algorithm, so sure would appreciate the help. If you want to help me out a little bit more directly than that, then I do have a Patreon, and a merchandise store, and a tip jar. And if you want to avail yourself of any of those, then that's extremely helpful to me, because this particular series especially doesn't really pull in the big bucks when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, both because it's a fairly violent dark fantasy game, because Dark Souls 2 is not an especially popular game, and because it takes me kind of a long time to produce each episode, so I can't really make up the difference on volume either. If you don't want to support me directly, though, believe me, I completely get it, and I fully respect that. But at the end of my videos, I do try to encourage people to, generally speaking, support content creators that they like with direct contributions whenever they can and however much they can. Because, well, relying on advertisement revenue from YouTube is kind of shaky at the best of times, and these are not the best of times. The current ongoing pandemic and the financial contractions that follow are causing advertisement rates to drop across pretty much the entire internet, and YouTube is no exception. I know some YouTubers who have lost as much as 50% of their ad revenue just because of all the stuff that's happening in the world right now. Now, personally, I have not been very severely affected. I've seen like a 10 to 15% drop, maybe. But for some other YouTubers you follow, they may have seen rather more substantial and drastic losses to their revenue. So now more than ever, that $1 donation, that tiny little bit, like that little bit of pocket change that you've got lying around, can actually make a huge difference for the financials of the content creators whose work you enjoy. A single dollar can literally be the same as tens of thousands of views on a video. So whether it's me or someone else, if there is online content that you enjoy, please consider supporting it directly through direct contributions, Patreon, merchandise sales, whatever the case may be. Any direct support helps so much more than you think. Anyway, the last thing I have to advertise is a thing I've kind of already advertised, which is my second channel, which besides hosting song covers of weird 2000 meme songs, also is the place where I do most of my Let's Plays and my streaming. I'm currently playing through Final Fantasy IX over there. Occasionally Majora's Mask might show up as well, and we're also doing Legends of Runeterra, playing some card games with decks that people send to me. So if you want to see any of that, then link in the description and also on screen to my second channel. Go over there, subscribe, like, comment, YouTube algorithm, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I've finished advertising the things to you. You can close down the video now if you want to. Thank you very much for watching, and please do remember to wash your hands.